insights, picks, results. This is Wizard Sports Picks. Beyond the Lines.
Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Lines, presented by Wizard Sports Picks for Sunday, July 26th. Ian Cameron with you. And on this edition of Wizard Sports Picks Beyond the Lines, I'm going to give you some Major League Baseball. Now, I am betting baseball personally this season. I am not providing a service or best bets or premium picks for baseball this season at Wizard Sports Picks, but I am still betting this sport on a daily basis. And I'm going to give you two MLB free plays for Sunday later on in this video. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little CFL. And the reason I'm not talking CFL today on Beyond the Lines, which I normally do here on a Sunday, is because I have two pretty strong opinions for the Sunday night CFL game between the Hamilton Tiger Cats and Montreal Alouettes. I have a best bet total as well as a side available for Sunday night's Week 8 finale in the CFL, which is also a game that you can watch in the United States on CBS Sports Network. Hamilton, Montreal, Big East Division battle. You can get my Sunday CFL watch and win on CBS Sports Network. That is the side for the Ticats Alouettes game, available for $30 non-guaranteed, $40 guaranteed, which means you only pay if the bet wins, which is one of the great things about Wizard Sports Picks. We offer that option to our clients and subscribers to purchase guaranteed picks. You only pay if you win, and that you can get at the website, wizardsportspicks.com. It's been a terrific CFL season to start. It's been a great week in the CFL. We're 3-1 this week in the CFL at Wizard Sports Picks, and we're looking to cap the week strong with a 2-0 sweep in the Ticats Alouettes game. Again, side and total, both available for Sunday night CFL game. You can check out my homepage at wizardsportspicks.com for that. 7-16 and 6-10, 54%, over 46 units of profit in all sports since day one at Wizard Sports Picks, and a profitable CFL season to this point. 3-1 in the CFL this week. So make sure if you want some CFL action, make sure you check out my homepage at wizardsportspicks.com. Side and total, best bets available for the Ticats Alouettes CFL Week 8 finale Sunday night. Make sure you check out the website, and hopefully we have a 2-0 sweep Sunday night in the CFL. Also, of course, check out all the other great handicappers at wizardsportspicks.com. You can enter your email address on the homepage to get free picks sent to your inbox every day. And, of course, the YouTube channel for Wizard Sports Picks. Live and pre-recorded content coming your way on a daily basis, even during this slower time of year. But we do still have MLB. We do still have CFL. And it is not going to be long at all. We're talking just weeks now until NFL and college football are back. I had a number one ranked NFL season at Wizard Sports Picks last year in our first NFL season on the website, and I'm looking for another monster NFL season coming up starting in September. So make sure you check out all of that at wizardsportspicks.com. All right, let's get into a couple of MLB winners for you on Sunday and a couple of totals. Hopefully a couple of high-scoring games are on tap with these two games that we're going to talk about. We're going to start with the Chicago Cubs taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Jameson Taillon on the mound for the Cubs. Braxton Ashcraft getting the start for the Pirates. Pittsburgh minus 125 home favorites, 8.5 the total here in this game. And we're going to look for runs to be scored here in this game between the Cubs and the Pirates. Braxton Ashcraft, it's hard to believe this, but in his 20 starts this season, the over is 17-3. It has been a remarkable run of overs with Braxton Ashcraft on the mound. Now, in most of these starts that have gone over the total, the Pirates have been swinging the bats well for him. That's a big reason why 17 of his 20 starts have gone over the total this season. The Pirates have given him a ton of run support in his starts. And for the most part, Ashcraft, especially early in the season, was pitching very well. But he's hit a bit of a rough patch here the last month or so. Going back to June 29th, he has allowed 5 runs or more in 3 of his last 4 starts. And in his last 2 starts, one before the All-Star break and then one after the All-Star break, both were pretty rough for Braxton Ashcraft, allowing 13 runs on 14 hits in just 8 innings over his last 2 starts against the Brewers and the Yankees. So it has been a real rough last couple of outings here for Braxton Ashcraft, and that could be trouble for him here against the Chicago Cubs lineup that has been certainly a capable lineup in this series for sure. They've scored 14 runs in the last 2 games, and in fact, you look at the Cubs during this 7-3 run. This is a Cubs team that has scored at least 5 runs in, I believe, if I counted up, 6 of those games. So this has been a team that has been swinging the bats quite well. Wouldn't shock me to see them have another good offensive day at the plate. But I expect Pittsburgh to score runs too. Jameson Taillon, roughed up in his first start after the All-Star break against Detroit, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits and 4.1 innings, and he has been absolutely hammered this season in 2 previous starts against the Pittsburgh Pirates. He faced Pittsburgh on April 12th, and he faced them again on May 27th earlier this season. And in those 2 starts, he gave up 5 home runs, 10 runs, 11 hits in 11 innings. Brutal numbers for Jameson Taillon in 2 previous starts against the Pirates. Put it all together, I think we have a good chance to see this go over the totals. From my first MLB selection here on Beyond the Lines, we're going to go with the Chicago Cubs, Pittsburgh Pirates over 8.5 minus 120. All right, let's turn our attention to another over that we've pinpointed for the Sunday slate, Seattle Mariners and Texas Rangers. And you look at this matchup on paper, Logan Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners, Jake deGrom for the Texas Rangers. You have Texas around pretty much even money, actually, minus 110 both sides, 7.5 the total, depending on which book you're looking at. When you look at the starting pitching matchup on paper, you don't necessarily think this is going to be a high-scoring game. When Logan Gilbert's on, he can be as good as anybody. And Jacob deGrom has obviously been a pretty darn good starting pitcher throughout the majority of his career. But deGrom got roughed up in his last start, 5 runs, 7 hits, 4.2 innings against the Chicago White Sox. And Logan Gilbert hasn't been phenomenal in his last 2 starts. He's been okay, but he hasn't been great. He's given up 7 runs on 13 hits in his last 12.2 innings. Certainly it hasn't been shutting teams down in his last 2 starts. And then more importantly, what I'm looking at here with this Seattle-Texas game is a big part of my MLB betting the last handful of days, you could even say a couple of weeks now. We caught on to this pretty early, and we have just been riding it now for a long period of time, and that is Texas Rangers overs. It has been a remarkable run of overs for the Texas Rangers to the tune of 14-1 to the over in their last 15 games. That's right, 14-1 for the Texas Rangers to the over in their last 15 games. We've been on a bunch of them. And the funny thing about a lot of these is we've seen a lot of these totals for Texas during this 14-1 over streak they've been on, where the total's only been 7.5. So the odds makers really haven't fully, comprehended just how well Texas is swinging the bat. Their offense has been great for the large majority of this 14-1 over streak, but they've also been giving up some runs at times. And we're talking about 2 starters that come into this game. They've got the name brand behind them. Gilbert, deGrom, they're thought of as elite pitchers. They haven't necessarily been pitching at an elite level. They've been good at times for sure, but they haven't been completely shutting teams down. And then you throw in the fact that both of these bullpens have certainly shown an ability to give up runs, especially the last couple of weeks. We're going to try to take advantage of yet another fairly low total in a Texas Rangers game. And again, riding a streak involving Texas that is now 14-1, and that is a 14-1 overrun for the Texas Rangers in their last 15 games. So for my second pick here on Beyond the Lines, we're going to take Seattle, Texas over 7 minus 118, and we'll see if we can make it 15-1 for the Texas Rangers to the over after this game has completed. All right, there you have it. So there you go. Just to recap, Chicago Cubs, Pittsburgh over 8.5 minus 120, and Seattle, Texas over 7 minus 118. Your 2 MLB Sunday selections. here on this edition of Beyond the Lines. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the website, CFL Best Bet Side and Total from yours truly available for Hamilton, Montreal. 3-1 on the week in the CFL. Let's see if we can finish the week strong. Make sure you get on board with that. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button on the way out. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the games and good luck. And thanks for tuning in to the Sunday, July 26th edition of Beyond the Lines presented by Wizard Sports Picks.